Just enough time.
Keep.
What song is that?
Keep going. Keep. What key is that?
Picking up the passengers.
It's not there.
Okay.
Yes. Quick.
Yeah.
Don't you worry, brother, don't you worry. Good morning. Welcome to the Community Church of Chapel Hill Unitarian Universalist. I am Atticus Graysmith, a member of the Worship Associates Ministry. I especially want to welcome any visitors or newcomers to our church and to call your attention to this special note for you. Welcome guests and newcomers on the back side of the order of service. I would also like to welcome those of you attending online. Lyrics to hymns and all elements of the service may be found on the live stream screen, and a complete order of service, including this week's announcements, is available via the link in the Sunday morning email and on the church website. Whoever you are, whomever you love, however you arrived at this beloved place, you are welcome here. I'd like to call your attention to a few brief announcements. Our in-person Sunday social is held immediately following service across the courtyard in the Jones building. And if you have not already, I would like to remind you to please turn off or silence any cell phones during our service to maintain a worshipful experience. Now, if you would please stand in body or in spirit for our opening hymn, number 118, This Little Light of Mine, which you'll find in your gray hymnal, number 118.
So we're going to do the first three verses, and then there's going to be a little instrumental break, and then we'll go back and do the first verse at the end. All right? Hang on 1 minute. All right. Hit it.
1, 2, 3.
Bluegrass thing on. Keep it going.
Well, because we're right after the show.
Here we gather on this first Sunday of the new year. Each year offers the possibility of a new beginning. This year, let us make time for care and reflection. Let us make space for singing and dancing. Let us wash away the frustrations and angers of the past year and make a special place for all of us the joy that lies in wait for us. Let us be open to this world with vulnerability and love. Let us live in service. Let us take this time to reconnect to ourselves, our community, and our sense of purpose. Come, let us worship together. You will find the words for our chalice lighting in your order of service. If you wish to do so, please join me in reading them. Out of the darkness, light. Out of the light, warmth. Out of the warmth, joy. Out of the joy, togetherness. May this flame hold us for the time we are here with one another.
Sister Mary, she wears a golden chain. Sister Mary, she wears a golden chain. Sister Mary wears a golden chain on every link with Jesus' name. There's no hiding place down here. Well, there's no hiding place down here. No hiding place down here. I'm in the rock to hide my face, a rock right out, no hiding place. There's no hiding place down here. I'll pitch my tent on the old campground. I'll pitch my tent on the old campground. Yeah, I'll pitch my tent on the old campground. I'll give old Satan one more round. There's no hiding place down here. Well, there's no hiding place down here. No hiding place down here. I'm going to the rock to hide my face. The rock right out, no hiding place. There's no hiding place down here. Oh, the devil, he wears a hypocrite shoe. Yes, the devil, he wears a hypocrite shoe. Oh, the devil wears a hypocrite shoe. If you don't watch out, he'll slip it on you. There's no hiding place down here. Well, there's no hiding place down here. There's no hiding place down here. I went to the rock to hide my face. The rock right out, no hiding place. There's no hiding place down here. Well, there's no hiding place down here. There's no hiding place down here. I went to the rock to hide my face. The rock right out, no hiding place. There's no hiding place down here.
So each week, we take time in our service to consider the joys and sorrows of members of this congregation. If you have a personal joy or sorrow that you would like to share, please come down to either side. You'll place a stone in the water and briefly in the microphone say your name and your joy or your sorrow. Let's hold this time of tenderness together, and if you please would like to come down to either side.
Hi, I'm Don Katahdin, and I saw my son for the first time in almost 3 years last Thursday. It was only for this is a joy, by the way. It was only for 3 hours, but I'll take it.
Hi, I'm Tony Galvano, and it's been a very long time since I've been back here. So long, in fact, that my granddaughter turned 1 year old, December 5th. She was born on my daughter's birthday. So, and it's been an absolute eye-opening joy to have another family member and just a wonderful soul. Her name is Rhea May. And the other day, my wife went out to see her, and she said, I couldn't make this visit, and she said, the first thing she said was, Gamp? Where's Gamp? So I'm smitten, and it's a great joy, and it's also great to be back here, so that's it.
Well, I already introduced myself, but I'm Atticus Graysmith. I have a joy, which is that I will be, on Tuesday, flying out to spend 4 months in the Czech Republic and Europe doing a study abroad program. So I will be missing you all very much, but I will be attending the Unitarian congregation there.
A final stone is placed for any joy or sorrow that was not spoken today, but is held in our hearts. Today we have wonderful joys. We have family reunions, births, and adventures and travels abroad. All wonderful and exciting for our congregation. Let's take a moment and hold in silence all those things that we are celebrating together and all those sorrows that we also carry. So let's just hold. Thank you.
If you'd please join us for our song meditation, number 95, There is More Love Somewhere. It's in your gray hymnal.
Last two lines.
There
This morning's reading is an excerpt from Annie Dillard's Pilgrim at Tinker Creek. It's a piece from chapter 2 called Seeing. When I was 6 or 7 years old, growing up in Pittsburgh, I used to take a precious penny of my own and hide it for someone else to find. It was a curious compulsion. Sadly, I've never been seized by it since. For some reason, I always hid the penny along the same stretch of sidewalk up the street. I would cradle it at the root of a sycamore, say, or in a hole left by a chipped-off piece of sidewalk. Then I would take a piece of chalk and, starting at either end of the block, draw huge arrows leading up to the penny from both directions. After I learned to write, I labeled the arrows. Surprise ahead. Money this way. I was greatly excited. During all this arrow drawing, at the thought of the first lucky passerby who would receive in this way, regardless of merit, a free gift from the universe. But I never lurked about. I would go straight home and not give the matter another thought until, some months later, I would be gripped again by the impulse to hide another penny. It is still the first week in January, and I've got great plans. I've been thinking about seeing. There are lots of things to see. Unwrapped gifts and free surprises. The world is fairly strewn with pennies cast broadside from a generous hand. But, and this is the point, who gets excited by a mere penny?
Freely have we received gifts that minister to our needs of body and spirit. Gladly we bring to our church and its wide concerns a portion of this bounty. If you wish to donate online, there's a QR code on the back of the order of service, and there's information on the church's website. We will now receive the morning offering.
Other shore, Jerusalem, I know I'll live forevermore. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thank God there's a heaven and a ringing in my soul set free. Don't you hear, Jerusalem? Soul set free, don't you hear, Jerusalem? Don't you hear, Jerusalem? my soul set free. Don't you hear, Jerusalem,
Well, good morning. Dear friends, Happy New Year to you. Did you, like me, start this new year hoping to experience joy? Do you hope to cultivate more happiness, more gratitude, more moments of awe? These are all components of joy. Many of you who participate in our chalice circles had the opportunity to ponder joy, which was our topic last month. Our groups read and we thought about joy, and then we shared our own stories. Stories of new life, of great accomplishments, beloved friends greeting us at the door, and just talking about joy. Saying the word holds power. Joy, joyful, joyfulness. The conversation about joy alone lifted me out of a strange sadness that I had been carrying, and it filled my heart with a new perspective to go into the holidays. I hope it did that for some of you as well. The reading today by Annie Dillard fills me with so much joy. There's something about the idea of a child hiding pennies, praying that someone will come and stop and look. There's a glorious surprise waiting just to be stumbled upon. And there are arrows pointing the way, written enticements, promises of riches. If only someone will see it. I've been thinking about seeing, Annie Dillard said. The universe does that for all of us. It invites us to see. Sometimes there are little sparkling joys whispering to us. And sometimes joy jumps out at us like a boisterous surprise party, feeling deeply personal and handcrafted just for us in that moment. Like a magical, sparkling gemstone or a long-lost, rediscovered friend. It makes me so sad to think about all the joys that go unnoticed or disregarded, no matter how many arrows and signs point the way for us. Joys that are begging for us to notice if we only look up, maybe smile at a stranger, just pay attention. The title of my sermon today comes from a memoir by C.S. Lewis. And I didn't realize at first that he had gotten it from a poem by Wordsworth. It's quite a sad poem. In fact, where the spark of joy is a reminder of great loss. But in Lewis's book, he talks about joy as something that takes hold of us and is fleeting, like fragrance. Joy as something that carries an aspect of longing. I was really enchanted by this idea when I first heard it. Robert Emmons, a psychologist at UC Davis, said, "The key essence of joy is connection beyond ourselves. With another person, a relationship with a supernatural being. It has to have an element of transcendence to it. Happiness plus gratitude." Daniel Chua, who's a musicologist at the University of Hong Kong, says that joy is fundamentally about a relationship with God. An expression that responds to time, times that when we see something in creation or in redemption or in salvation, that suddenly makes sense to us. We get excited about it and go, wow, that's really cool. Joy is both a steady state and a spontaneous reaction. So what brings us joy? For many of us, it's the birth of a child, the adoption of a pet, a breakthrough or a discovery in our research or in our art. an event or an experience in nature. For some of us, joy comes from being of service to others. All of this holds something of the divine. It is a shifting in reality. Today I would like to tell you about Shark, the musical. It was a product of a playwriting workshop that I did with 30 second grade kids with severe behavior issues. We wrote it together with the music teacher, and the kids were to perform it for 350 people at Long Wharf Theater in New Haven for the citywide playwriting festival. We worked together for about 6 months, and each child was invited to write their own character. Initially, the school administration was skeptical that this project would work with this group of students, but the kids seemed so excited. So we said, yeah, let's give it a shot. The final storyline went something like this. A young, handsome surfer boy lives on an island with his family in a fishing village next to the water. There is a beautiful mermaid who lives in the water near the village, and she is madly in love with the surfer boy. She circles around him while he's surfing, always complimenting his style. He doesn't pay her much attention. So one day while he's out surfing, she conjures up a storm to throw him off balance, tosses him in the water just to see how beautiful she is. She gets a little carried away, and the storm goes out of control. A large wave carries the surfer boy away from his island. He plunges deep into cold, unfamiliar water, well past the point where he is safe. He feels himself being pulled deeper and deeper. And just when he starts to become very afraid, he feels himself being lifted back up, all the way to the top of the water. And just as he takes his first breath, he is surprised by a young shark who asks if he is okay. Their eyes meet. They fall instantly in love. The shark helps carry the boy back to his island. They say goodbye, but they promise to meet again soon. After this, the surfer boy sneaks out past the reef every chance he gets to meet with his new love, the shark. He knows that his family would never approve of this relationship, so he keeps it on the down low. But one day, the mermaid sees him sneaking off, and she gets suspicious. She follows that surfer boy, and she is shocked by what she sees. She immediately swims back to his family and tells them all about it. His family are all together waiting for him when he comes home. They tell him that sharks are dangerous and evil, and he is never to date a shark again. The surfer boy says he doesn't care. He is going to marry the shark, and they are going to live happily ever after. The surfer boy's father yells out, "We don't marry sharks in this family." The surfer boy pays no attention. He heads back to the water with his surfboard. This time, the mermaid is completely enraged. She offers to show his family exactly where they are canoodling to break up this marriage before it happens. Meanwhile, the shark's family is equally unhappy with the announcement, and they decide to have it out with the surfer boy's family. The human family take off in the rowboats towards the shark, and they sing, "Look out for sharks, look out for sharks, look out for sharks, I say. They're mean, they bite, they'll get you in the night." Then we see the shark's family coming. Those humans, they're deadly. They only want to fight. The families meet in the water. It's about to turn ugly when the mothers see the shark and the surfer boy holding on to each other in the water. They see how happy the children are together. They ask everyone to stop fighting and listen to what they have to say. Both the surfer boy and the shark declare their love for each other. They state that they are determined to be together no matter what, and the mothers point out they don't like each other because they're afraid. They're afraid because they don't understand each other. The mermaid is blamed for the whole debacle and was told to go away. The families eventually agreed to get to know each other and to build a home for the surfer boy and the shark, part in the water, part on the island, so they can always be together. The kids did a great job writing this story, but my goodness, they were a handful. Remember, this is a second grade class with severe behavior issues. Rehearsals were chaotic to the point that the school was seriously considering not letting us perform. The night of the show, everyone was nervous. The teachers were nervous. The families were nervous. The children were excited, but very nervous. Everyone expected the performance to degenerate into a frenzy of kicking, hurling curse words, and flinging objects. So I gave the children the same advice I give all of my students at such a performance. Don't worry if you mess up your lines. You wrote it. Nobody knows what it's supposed to be. I also tell them it doesn't matter if they wet their pants, vomit, fall over. Their families are here and they love them and it's going to be okay. The show was hysterical. The mermaid's wig was tilted. The shark's fins were pointing in all different directions. The children were dancing around whether there was music or not. But they had so much fun. And no matter what happened, they just kept going. They wanted us to hear the story that they wrote, and they wanted us to enjoy the music that they sang. They helped each other. They got through it. As the children came out for the curtain call, they miraculously all lined up, they held hands, and they took their bow. 350 people started clapping. After a few moments, the audience rose to their feet. Family members started out calling out children's names. You could hear a random, "That's my baby," coming from different parts of the crowd, and little faces were lighting up. The kids stood with so much pride and dignity. They absorbed a 350-person standing ovation that lasted for several minutes. The parents and teachers cried. I cried, but the children just stood there dancing. The mermaid's wig finally fell to the floor, and laughter erupted. I saw parents that were so used to being told that their children were impossible and that they would amount to nothing, see their children with fresh eyes. In that moment, their children weren't difficult, they weren't problems, they were special, they were wonderful. Their children were divine beings that held all the magic and the possibility of the universe inside of them. I saw parents fall in love with their children all over again. And it was one of the great joys in my life. Joy took hold of me. Joy as connection beyond myself. I witnessed connection to something beyond each child, each parent, each guardian. Beyond all the cast and the audience, there was most definitely an element of transcendence. Happiness plus gratitude. And a state of spontaneous reaction, and it was a shifting in my reality. I have had the opportunity to see joy here, too. During the pageant, when we saw children burst into song that we had no idea they could sing, when we saw children offer a special tenderness or kindness to one another, seeing kids dancing in the wings with total abandon, seeing a quiet child smile from ear to ear just because they were having fun being a part of something. They were seen, included, and they belonged. Each of us has these moments. It's not just with children. They can happen with our partners, our animal companions, our research, our art, our gardens, the world around us. There are moments where we are given a glimpse into something fleeting and magnificent, and the experience is transcendent. Or we suddenly see something ever-present and also magnificent, and that experience is transcendent. These moments of joy allow us the opportunity to fall in love with the world again in a whole brand new way. So how do we prepare ourselves for joy? By being vulnerable, by being open, knowing that loving something so much can hurt us, and still saying yes. Still saying yes. And by knowing what stands in our way: cynicism, fear, anger, self-protection, and distraction. Joy is a whisper from the universe, saying that it is made up of infinite and wondrous things which we can never fully understand, but of which we are a part. May we always pay attention to those whispers. May we always look for those copper pennies. May we experience those precious moments of joy that connect us and hold us together. I wish you all great joy in the new year. And as we pray for peace, may we hold on to hope and to love. Amen. Blessed be.
Please stand in body or in spirit for our closing hymn, number 29, Joyful, Joyful, We Adore Thee, which you'll find in your gray hymnal.
Let's help Beethoven roll over in his grave with this one.
Last two lines. 1, 2, 3, 4.
From
Please remain standing in body or in spirit. The words for extinguishing the chalice are in your order of service. Please join me if you wish to do so. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Let's thank all of those who contributed to making the service worshipful this morning.
I'll interject that what you saw on the stage today was called joy.
Absolutely.
Now, if you would please join us in singing Shalom. The words are in your order of service. As you are comfortable, please either hold hands with the person next to you or cross your arms over your heart.
Shalom, my friends, shalom, my friends, shalom, shalom. We'll meet again, we'll meet again. Shalom, shalom.
Thank you.